Hey folks, welcome to week number 5. We're going to introduce Essay 2 this week. It's going to be our big focus and kind of start working our way through that. Now, okay, so this week, as always, 2 turn-in dates, Monday and Thursday. For Monday, watch week 5 video. You're doing that right now. Read the Essay 2 assignment and watch the video that goes along with that. Watch Meet Your Librarian, watch Looking for Scholarly Articles, and then find 2 scholarly articles for Essay 2. This will make sense after you watch the explainer video. And then write and submit annotations of those 2 scholarly articles for Essay 2. One hint I will give you this week is, if you find your 2 scholarly articles and you want to shoot them me an email and say, hey, professor, I would like to use these 2. Do you think they'll work? I will be glad to take a look at that before you write your annotations. So a little hint for you if you want to save yourself some grief of having to maybe redo something. You can feel free to send those to me and ask for some feedback. Then by Thursday, you're going to check your Essay 1 feedback. We're going to complete Essay 1 Reflection Part 2. We started a document last week. We're going to continue it this week and then continue your research discussion. Okay, so number 1, the video, you're doing that right now. After that, we'll get into the Essay 2 folder. Keep in mind, these things open and close. If you don't see anything, just click it open. In that, we've got the Essay 2 explainer video, the Essay 2 assignment. Welcome from Professor Anderson, our librarian. Now, I'll note, one of the things you can do is reach out to her for help finding the articles for Essay 2. You need to find 2 scholarly articles for Essay 2. They're very specific articles for Essay 2, so I need you to make sure you watch the explainer video and look at the Essay 2 assignment before moving forward. She can help you find those if you're struggling, okay? So don't hesitate to reach out early to work with her. And then those annotations, again, as I said, if you want to shoot me your articles, just give me the names of them. You can shoot me an email and I'll be glad to give you some feedback before you start those annotations. Then your Essay 1 reflection. Okay. Number 1, how to view feedback. I actually sent this out in an email the other week, so you should have already seen it, but if you haven't, go ahead and watch that. And then the game plan Essay 1 document, Essay 1 Reflection Part 2. If you remember last week, we started a document. It should be in your Google Drive. Okay. It's going to look like this, of course. You filled in the strengths and weaknesses part and submitted it last week. What you're going to do this week, once you've gotten feedback from me on your Essay 1, you'll have a grade on it, but you'll also have feedback in the rubric. You'll have feedback in text. Lots of places you can look to see what you did and didn't do well on. What I want you to do is add to your strengths and weaknesses. You can move stuff around as well, okay? I'll give you a hint. If you're going to say, like, oh, I thought this was a strength and it's really not, what you can do is highlight the strength, and then, let's see if I can move this real quick, head up to Format, Text, and go to Strike Through. So it'll show that you've removed it from your strengths list. You can even, of course, then put it back on your weakness list. If it was on your weakness list, maybe it's not a strength, but I didn't notice anything about it. You want to take it off. You can go ahead and do that the same way. What that'll do is just allow you to sort of keep an eye on things that you have added to, and removed from the list over the course of the semester. So you can sort of still see it there even though you've crossed it out. All right, from there, I just want you to write about a 1-paragraph reflection about Essay 1. What you think you did well, what you didn't think you did well, your reaction to the feedback you got on it, sort of what where you feel like you are right now. And then I want you to come up with a game plan. Now, this is really about taking the weaknesses and turning them into statements. So if one of your weaknesses is grammar, you might say, maybe I'm going to proofread my essay by reading it aloud, okay? What I want you to think about here are things you need to do before you write Essay 2, or when you write Essay 2. Things you need to do before you turn it in, based upon the weaknesses that we found in Essay number 1, okay? So let's take all of those weaknesses and kind of turn them into positive actions that you can take to try to address those things. If there's something you're struggling with, you don't know how to do it, that's an opportunity to reach out to me, reach out to the Writing Center, and say, I know I'm having this problem, what can we do to work on it? Okay? But what I want you to do for this week, add to strengths and weaknesses, write a reflection, sort of how you're feeling about this, again, about a paragraph, and then just bullet point, list of things you need to do before turning essay 2 in based upon your weaknesses from essay number 1. Okay? Let's reset this. We're going to go back to the main page here. So again, that's the essay 1 reflection folder, how to view the feedback, and then you're going to open that document that you started last week, add to it, and resubmit it this week. We're going to do this actually with essay 2 and 3 as well. We're going to come back to this piece multiple times. Again, as I said, one of the easiest ways to earn points. You're going to get credit for completing it. Finally, research discussion round 2. So this past week, you should have been working in a Google Doc, adding to that document. Okay. Then we're going to go from that document to start trying to answer the question. What did we find out as we were trying to answer the specific questions from that Google Doc? Okay, and that is this one here. As you are working to answer the questions in that Google Doc, what did we identify that might help us to understand why the two scholars came to disagree on the question of whether diet soda helps you to lose weight or gain weight? Okay. They come to different conclusions. Why do they come to different conclusions? That's really the question we're trying to answer. What I want you to do this week, since we did the discussion work in the Google Doc this past week, this is when you're going to click in and go ahead and start your discussion. Just like last time with these discussion boards, it's going to take you there. Same question will be here. You will only be able to see your group. So if there's nothing posted there, it's because no one from your group has started. Again, go ahead. Be the one to chalk that first post up. You can, again, always go back to that Google Doc. Again, email the collaborators. That's an easy way to get in touch with your group mates. And reach out and let them know you posted. Can we add to it? What other thoughts do you guys have? Kind of help direct the conversation that your group is having. Also, you can look for my feedback in those Google Docs as well. I'm going to try to get in and give everyone some feedback and kind of prompt you guys to look in some specific directions. Okay, that's what we've got for this week. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know.